Right, well, it's the 6th of December, it's 14 degrees, and I've just caught a carp from a rod length and a half from the bank. Can't quite believe it, I've never caught one this close to the bank at this time of year, so right little result that is, and a lovely little carp too. But basically I got here this morning, put my rods out into the deep water, and I was laying there on my bed chair just watching for signs of fish, and just out in front of me I started seeing these little swirls, and after about 20 minutes of sort of wondering what they were, I worked out they were carp, jumped up the tree, and I've seen fish coming right through in close. So brought my rods back in, dropped them in close, both of them between about a rod length and 2 rod lengths out, load of maggots over the top, and the wind picked up. I stopped seeing fish and it started to look like, you know, the chance was gone. But just as the sun popped its head out, I said to Max, never know, we could get one now, they might come back in. And sure enough, 5 minutes later, right and rod's absolutely melted off, and this beautiful little common is a result. So great way to start the day, hopefully not the last. I'm absolutely roasting, sweating here, so I'm going to put the fish back, get the rod back out, and maybe jump in the lake, try and cool down. What a difference a bit of sun can make. The rod was probably in the water, I reckon we'll give it 7 minutes before it went again. Heard a couple of beeps, looked round at the rod, bobbin was at the top, and yeah, it wasn't taking any line. So like I say, it's only rod length or so out, and hadn't took any line at all, so I don't quite know if he even thought he was hooked, but he certainly was, and he stayed hooked as well. So number 2, and yeah, I'm going to be greedy, and hopefully we'll get number 3. Right, a little bit of damage to his mouth, this one, so I've treated it, which everybody should do. Now it's time to let him go home. Right, off you go. Oh, it's freezing. Oh. Right, so I left the lake yesterday. I've come to Ladywell with one of my best pals. Used to fish with him when I was a kid. Haven't fished with him for probably 6 years, and he hasn't fished for a couple of years either, so we've come down to Ladywell for a bit of a social. We've had a few bites. This one is absolutely awesome. 27 pound, fully scaled. Serious carp. Right. I've got one in there as well. Don't look a bad one, up for 20 I reckon. Got one in the sack as well, down there somewhere. Right, so this is the first one I caught. I reckon he's a scraper 20. Absolutely awesome carp. Oh, not quite as nice as my old mate's fully scaled, but what a beautiful common. Right, quick look at the other side. He's lovely, mouth's awesome. Going to 14 degrees in December. Right, here's the second one, 25-12, another really nice common. Fouled one as well in the night, which is a bit of a shame. Didn't realise. Oh, yeah, lovely carp. Right, here's the other side. Awesome colours on them. Can't grumble with these in December. Oh, it's got a little barbel missing. Right, I'm out doing a bit of product testing today with old James Turner. Testing the Jason Hayward lead system. Could well be in the shops by the time you see this, but it's currently December. Oh, we're out running them through their paces. So, caught a few. This is the biggest one so far. Oh, and he wants to go back, so I'm going to put him back. Well, the rod's gone quite quickly. Just put a bit more bait out, which always works a treat on here. If you're not getting any liners and that, put a bit more bait in and they soon come out the snags. But basically this lead system, the idea is that it's a drop-off lead system, but the lead only comes off when you want it to. So it's an inline lead, and if you get through weed or into snags, the lead will pop off. But if that doesn't happen, it stays on, which is absolutely ideal. Saves you losing leads unnecessarily, but when you need them to come off, they will. Lovely! How about that for a little baby one? I think his old mouth's grown a bit quicker than his body. He's got massive rubbery lip. Oh. Right, time to get him back. Right, well, again, went dead, had a recast, put a bit more bait out, and that old alarm bell, dinner bell, too much to refuse. Let's have a look at him. Here he is, another little common. They'll always catch commons out of here. There's some right cracking little mirrors, but I always catch commons. So on that note, we'll put this little fella back, cross our fingers and hope we catch a mirror, eh? Right, so this will be my last diary piece of 2015. Christmas is 2 days away. Can't wait for that. I absolutely love Christmas. Get to spend some nice quality time with the missus, so she'll like me for that as well. Build up some brownie points and get back out fishing again in the new year. So that'll probably be it for me. I might do a social around Christmas, but as far as my sort of proper fishing goes, that'll be it for me till the new year. So just finished a 2-night session. I'm on the water. I've sort of spent the majority of the year fishing. I did 3 nights last week as well. But in the sort of 2 weeks leading up to that, I hadn't been down here, and I've been sort of flitting around with one of my mates. We've been fishing a lake just around the corner. We caught some really nice fish, you know, nothing massive, but I think he had one about 22 pound, that was the biggest one. I had a 20 pound, and we've had some nice doubles between us as well. But, you know, a bit of social fishing in December, short evening sessions, catching a few nice carp. You know, it's been really good fun. I've loved every minute of it really. When you're fishing a lake like this all the time, it can be pretty grueling, and it's nice to go out and get a bend in the rod, you know, so, and have a laugh while you're doing it as well. So that was good. Last week I came back down here where I am now, and I did 3 nights. Conditions were nice. It's been really warm the last few weeks. You know, we've had constant warm temperatures. Even at night, you know, they're staying sort of 9–10 degrees. So it's been absolutely perfect really, but it was flat to calm last week. And anything that moved, I could see it, you know. I saw all the shows really. You could hear them, you could see them. Even right through the middle of the night, you know, even though it was pitch black, you could still see everything because it was just flat calm. So it was really nice. I like it. It's like that bit of electric atmosphere in the winter when the shows are few and far between. You know, it's ideal for lakes for that, because if they one does show, you can see it. And basically that's what happened. I ended up catching 2 fish, saw a few shows, and that resulted in the bites I had. So I had a 21 pound common my first night. Unfortunately, that was a repeat capture, but that's how it goes. Lovely carp. And then the second night I caught a 26 pound common, and that's a fish I've not caught. So 2 bites, 2 originals. You know, I was absolutely buzzing with that. They're the fish I'm here to catch, you know, and to get sort of 2 on the spin was absolutely wicked. The third night didn't catch anything, but you know, 3 bites in 3 nights, I think we've been taking the mick a little bit. It's been really slow. I think I've said this before, but I think since the middle of October, there's been 2 fish caught, to my knowledge, you know. And yesterday, so I got here 2 days ago. I've just done 2 nights. So that last week did 3 nights, had 2, blanked the 3rd night. Came back this week, and I've just finished 2 nights. And the weather this week has been been very warm still, day and night, but it's been really, really windy. We've had a bit of rain as well. So carp here conditions this week, and I haven't caught anything this week. I lost one. My line in the wind had bowed into the margin, got caught around a little branch. They said had a take and the fish had kited about 70 yards without the rod even bleeping. So I was a bit gutted about that. It was already gone when I got to the rod. God knows how long before I picked the rod up it had actually happened. I just went to reel in yesterday afternoon and that, you know, that had happened. So lost that one. I had a bream on my other rod. That's not been a very good session, and I got whooped up by some young lad as well. He turned up yesterday morning. He moved 3 times, and then at about 6 o'clock, just sees packing his gear up to go home. His dad was at the gate waiting for him. He's come round and he caught an 18-pound mirror. So hats off to that young man. Like I say, he's been fishing really slow, and he's rocked up, done a day session, and nicked an 18-pound stocky. So fair play to you if you're watching this. But if you do it again, we'll have to throw you in, because that's probably taking the mick. So yeah, that's my session. You know, I've done 2 nights, haven't caught anything. Christmas is just around the corner, and I can't wait for that. So the gear's on the barra, all packed away. I've just spent a little while trying to find a new area. Just had a little lead around for bare lead, and I've got braided main line on my reel, so it's nice and easy. And I'll come back in the new year, feeling fresh as a daisy, absolutely buzzing, raring to go, and get stuck into January, shall we?